So this is now much clearer. You can see how, because there's wraps around each of the bolts, you can see the principle. This is the top, the roof assembly. This one is the rear portion, rear back box, which goes round to here and down. So driver, right passenger, left passenger, and this one is the floor. Going up there, and that's the stepping in for the door. Let's bring it up that way. Stepping in, and then sitting down there, there, and there. And we've got that one on there. That one there. This one is just bolting the roof to the back box. Let's just call it, because it's at the back. It's a box, and it's at the back of the occupants. One there, and then that triple one there. Right now, I do appreciate that this was not sensible to do this. It should have been two of those and then a single bolt, but I'm taking a risk here, and you notice how all four bolts are in exactly the same direction. So when the roof is taken off, those come straight out. That's not the case with those bastards. That one and that one, you can see it just there, and the other one behind here, there you can see it. That one and that one are straight. That one and that one are not. It's going to be a pig, but it had already been epoxied on. I didn't want to remove it, so what I will do is just very carefully twist the frame as it's being removed and separated. But on the other mount points, having got those four there on the roof, I'm not going to use those big bolts for those. I'm going to use L brackets at several points, including there and on the other side, and there, no, not there, because that's got that bolt on. There, 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 and the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then probably actually go between these puppies, as these will be, and I'll brace these up sufficiently so that they're actually solid. No, actually you don't need to put that on there because of that and that. It's the next one down that it needs to go on. Yes, there we go, that pair there. Okay, those two are a pair because that's the rear of the roof here, the rear of the roof here, and that's the back box. So regarding this pole that I put here which stabilized this thing, I suddenly realized that it wasn't actually part of the original design. Let me put it up. This entire area here is supposed to be free of all structure, but I had to add that, and also now have to add that one in to stabilize the roof, because it was twisting about, and that's supposed to be a free air. And what I will do is instead I will put a clear plate across there and capture air inside here, like the scoops on the racing version of the Lamborghini, which Daily Driven Exotics are doing their awesome car at the moment, with a roof scoop that goes into the supercharger. But for my purposes, I want to keep airflow in and together. But yeah, I had an incident with the resin. I did 120 milliliters, and it was taking so long to do these. I won't use these again for bolts. This the 50mm Kevlar tape, it's a pig. It keeps coming off. It unsticks itself and unrolls. Whereas the aramid 1414, not a problem. Stuck first time, stayed down. It's just a thinner material. This stuff is fantastic for putting on layers on surfaces that don't have too much concave or concavity or convexity, but for something complex like this, which goes over the top of a bolt, no, it's not having any of it. It keeps lifting off. I've had to push it down. Each of these I've had to push down onto the stainless steel tube about 15 times each, and I'm still going over them now to make double check them just as the epoxy resin is drying. Pain in the neck, but so I won't do that again. I use the 1414, lesson learned, but it was taking so long that the damn resin started to set, and I've got the fast hardener, so I had to very rapidly go, think, what can I do with the remaining resin? I know I'll slap on some of these onto there. So each one of these nodes has at least one. Well, that one I haven't done up because I haven't done the poles on it. But yeah, where I could, very, very quickly, just slapping on, and it was gel-like. It had gone gel form and was just about to set. So, so that's why there's all those on rather than actually wrapping. But I managed to do quite a lot of wrapping of this one. This one's got the thing on. All of this section, all of these together here are part of the roof section, and all of them have to be and going to above the driver head. So the driver's head is there, body pointing down that way. Okay. Body, head. So there's an alcove underneath there. So that joins. All this. It's quite a big, quite a complex node, this one. So that's why it's got a hell of a lot of stuff on it. And so that diagonal comes into it as well. So I started covering that up. But what I'm next going to do is just actually let this dry, and I'm going to separate the parts and check the underside of the things. I'll try separating the floor again and just leave it under gravity sitting on top. But it's going to have to be a couple of days before I do that. So in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll continue node wrapping and node wrapping of these, like this and this one, and etc. But oh god, this is taking a lot of time. I had no idea it's going to take this long. It's kind of therapeutic. I absolutely love it. But manufacturing, it absolutely has to be ED 3D printed stainless steel, and some sort of system for interlock system for putting things. I found a website that does 3D printed stainless steel. Somebody recommended, which would be fantastic to use that. Just have to investigate the cost. Bear in mind it's 135 nodes. So better get it right, which is why I'm doing the prototype like this, so that I've got the CAD drawing right, so that I get the manufactured production version right. It's all good. Thank you very much.